We are just a few miles from the Gulf Coast of Florida at Raymond James Stadium here in And we're about 5 miles northwest of downtown Tampa at beautiful Raymond James Stadium near Florida's Gulf Coast. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Carolina Panthers and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Winston now to throw on first down. He sets up the screen to Jones. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play at second down.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short gain.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Jameis to throw it. He's going to look deep for Perriman. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
On 3rd down, Winston. Open man has got one. It's complete. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. Well, that's how you convert on 3rd down with an explosive gain of 34.
First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
So the big play moves them all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. A false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Winston, a handoff. This is Jones. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that one looked pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. After the penalty, it's Jones. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Ready. Flag, what is that? Check 52's the mic. Ready to go.
Play fake. Winston. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And now look at him go. And he will bring this all the way back out to midfield. They told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't think they were above all week long pointing out to their defense that the other defense is rated higher than them. You going to let that happen, guys? Is that how we're going to play? And they responded to the challenge.
From the midfield strike, they'll look to throw. And he will find the open man. It's DJ Moore. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. The Panthers have the first. It's a gain of 12.
Let's go.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Here we go. Bang, 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 bang. Topper.
And he'll give it here to his running back. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
36-yard line.
Let's go now. 60 or.
Check pass. Check pass.
Hey, Foxtrot.
36 to my
Shoot.
To throw on 2nd down. Cobb. For Marshall, that's complete. And he's going to get this inside the 30. And this is going to lead to another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Bucs 26. They'll run on 1st down. Marshall. And he'll be dropped at the 23 after a pickup of about 4.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Out. Hey, dude.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Cobb. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. From the gun. Cobb. And Thomas has it. And he does not get to the 1st down marker as they stop him at the 19. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. So here's Greg Zuerlein now as he'll try for the field goal. It'll be from the right hash, and it'll be a 36-yarder. And the 12-year veteran knocks it right through. And the Panthers stake claim to a 3-0 lead. In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Off the play fake, Winston. He's going to let this one. He's got him in, complete. And they finally do get him, but not before he reaches the 27. A big play that time for Tampa Bay. 43 yards. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Draw play, Winston to Jones. Rashad Evans out of Alabama had the tackle defensively. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week And right now, we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
Come on, switch it. Wait. Let's go.
On second down, it's Jones. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports.
Ready. Black 25. Flip it. Let's go.
From the red zone now, Winston. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Coverage was very good that time. A nice job to smother him as the ball arrived, and that ensured an incomplete pass.
And it keeps 6 points off the board. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Hey, check 24. Watch 24. Watch out.
Now Jones. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. And chalk that up as a 4-yard loss. And now it's 3rd down.
Let's get it.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
Here we go. Watch Mike. Here we go.
Here's Winston. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, there definitely was some juice on that pass. And while tight ends don't always have the same reputation for hands as wide receivers do, in this case, that ball was expected to be caught.
On first down, it's Marshall. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
Check 53. Hey, they're scared.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And they'll get him down here at the 23. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down.
Check 52. Protein spill.
53 is the mic. Get ready.
Gonna give this time to the tailback. And he'll get about 3 as he takes this up near the 25.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
53, Mike.
Go.
Big stop, G. Big stop. Let's go. 53 is the mic. 53. Check 53.
And let's pin the mirrors back. Go.
Here's a 2nd and 7. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Marshall. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
Go. 60 out long. 66. Pull it high. Check 6. Let's go.
On 3rd down, Marshall. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38.
Just about every coach we talk to says the crowd shouldn't affect us. That shouldn't be an issue. And in the next breath, they talk about taking the crowd and taking them out of the game by picking up first downs and keeping them at bay. I think we just saw an example of that there, didn't we?
Important to do, especially early in the game like they have.
80 weapon.
53 is the mic.
Throwing on first down. Cobb. And he's got the hook up to Moore. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up second down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
2nd and 5. Oh, he got possession on him, and he pulls it in. Now whistles here, and it looks like we've got a Panther that's having some difficulty down there getting up. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10, right at the 40. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's going to get this inside the 30. The Panthers have the first. It's a gain of 12.
A gain of 12. First down, Carolina.
Second quarter, 2 minutes remain. 3-0 our score.
Let's go.
A reminder coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in his second week of the regular season. On 1st and 10, Cobb. Thomas has got it, complete. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal, because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
53 is the mic. Let's pick it up. It's out of time, guys. Out of time. Let's get off the field. Let's get off the field.
Looking to throw. Cobb. This is caught. A well-executed 22-yard gain. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone.
And he takes it into the end zone for a Panthers touchdown. A great effort there. His second touchdown on the season. And the Panthers, they widen their lead. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a second one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Well, look at the clock here. You're inside of a minute. First half hasn't gone that well for you. How are you going to play this drive?
Well, I've been told by my coaches previously that the intelligent approach, go ahead and run out the clock and start over. Don't make any more mistakes. But there's also something to understanding that you got this last drive here. You get the ball to start the second half. Try and go 2 for 1 here. Get some points now and come out of the locker room and get more points again and get your momentum really built up.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10. To throw, Winston. And Winston lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
3rd and long for Winston. Going right side here, and that's complete. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. And likely time for one final play here in the half, so they will go for it on 4th down. Final play of the half here, Winston. He's going to throw one up for the end zone. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. The Panthers out in front, and they will get the football first. Second half action underway. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. On 2nd down now. It's Marshall, and he's going to get hit at the line of scrimmage and driven backwards. Call it no gain that time, as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go.
Ready for 18, Gator. Fire.
From the gun on 3rd down. Cobb, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
They need to stop to get back into this game, and here's one right to start the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, anytime you go to the lockers with that 2-3 score deficit, you're right. You need that stop, get the football back, and they've done just that.
Series to series, play to play.
And where will this be spotted? The side judge says it went out just across midfield. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
And he's taken down inside the 30. That's good for a Buccaneer first, a pickup of 12 yards.
First downs have not come easy, and neither have runs like this throughout this game.
Absolutely not. He finally felt like, whoa, a sigh of relief. We got something going in the running game. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. From the gun, Winston. He'll find Miller. That's complete. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Scott Miller, his first touchdown here of the new campaign, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Extra point by Gay is up and good, and that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Certainly want to avoid what they had to do last possession. That was punt the football, because this game's starting to tighten up.
In a basketball sense, you think about taking a little bit of the air out of the ball, right? Maybe milk some clock, limit the possessions. In this case, they might want to do the same thing, but control the game offensively. Put together some first downs, put together a drive, and keep it away from them.
Boy, he ran free there after the catch as that winds up going for 38.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
Check. 2 draw quarters.
on first down. Cobb, he'll take a shot for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had the fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. In need of a conversion on third down. They had the big play to start the drive, not much sense. Operating from the gun. Cobb under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. Shaquille Barrett put that sack by his name in the stat sheet. Here's Michael Pilardi now as he'll kick it away for the second time. And now a low liner. I think he mishit it. Oh, and what a play on special teams here. This is going to be down inside the 5, all the way down at the 2-yard line.
And he's got to be fired up about that effort. I don't think he could have walked down and placed it any better than where he ended up putting the football. That was excellent.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And they will begin with, should we call it, far from ideal starting field position, their own 2-yard line.
So what's your definition of ideal?
The 1-yard line on the other side of the field.
Yes, exactly right. So, yes, your definition is apropos in this case.
14 yards there and a Buccaneer first down.
First and 10 at the 16-yard line.
So that last play gives them a little more space now. Here's first and 10 at the 16-yard line. And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. On second down, it's Jones. Well, that second down run, a big help. The 7 yards leaves them with just a 3rd and 3 now.
Well, there's an example of patience being rewarded. Ran the ball on first down and got stuffed. Most people would scream, throw the ball here. In this situation, they stayed with their roots, stayed with running the football, and they got rewarded.
The Panthers turn to their nickel set here as they get ready for third down. They'll try and run for it with Jones. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 14 yards there and a Buccaneer first down.
Well, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
After the run by Jones, here's first and 10.
That's what. Hey, stop. That's it. Check 59, right?
They'll try to throw now. Winston. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Brian Burns able to record his 5th sack of the season. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Back now in Tampa. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter.
6-man. Check curls.
After the sack on first down, Winston. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he'll lose yardage here. Going down back at the 28. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
Ready? Flag, what do you got? Hey, defense, let's go.
Working out of the gun, Winston. Looking downfield for Godwin. And that's caught inside the 35. He's going to get this deep on the Carolina side of the field. It's a big play there for the Buccaneers. 59 yards.
First and 10 at the 12-yard line.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone.
Move. Out. 3 down. Out. Easy. Slam. Let's go.
They go back to the ground with Jones. And this play goes nowhere, losing yardage back to the 15. A good response by the defense, sending them backwards after that huge gain last play. That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13.
Green, 17.
51, Mike 51.
Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Zoom.
51 to Mike.
From the shotgun, it's Winston. That's complete to his receiver, Godwin. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down.
Brings up 3rd and 9.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down.
There's a party now. 30.
Mike 51, son. 51.
From the shotgun to give to Jones. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Ronald Jones, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bucs have taken the lead. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the lead is now 14-10. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
That'll be a pickup of 4 as they work with his 4-point fourth-quarter lead. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30.
Let's go, D.
Check 37. Ready.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 13 yards, first down, Panthers. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Back to throw. Cobb. He gets it to Thomas. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Check. 53's mine.
Here's 2nd and 8. Looking long for Thomas. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. The surprise second-round pick, Sean Bunting, there to get a hand in. They were trying to erase that deficit in one play.
They certainly were, but how about the reaction time and the instincts back deep to force the incompletion? We might need to mark this one down. We may look back and say that was a game-saving play.
And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs 43. This quarterback now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll just plow right into a host of tacklers. Nothing there at all, and it'll be 2nd and 10. So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
36. Line 36. Go. Watch the screen. Five.
To throw on second down. Cobb. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off at the 24. Thomas, the intended target.
And that one, it's going to hurt big time. You're in the 2-minute drill trying to get your guys down the field, and it's looking like they're going to come up just short, as this is definitely not his best throw, and it'll wind up being intercepted.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 1st down, Tampa Bay there, a gain of 13.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Here's Jones. And they'll get him down right around the 16. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here. They'll try the right side with Jones. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. The Panthers going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Ready. Blue way. Get that quarterback, D-line. Get that quarterback, D-line. D-line. Wait. Check. Hop on. Check.
They'll run it with Jones. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
It's 1st and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away. Victory formation now for the Buccaneers. Down to a knee they go.
It's a loss of 1. Brings up 2nd and goal at the 2-yard line.
So fire the cannons. It's a victory here for Tampa Bay. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So for the Bucs, it's a win here in their home opener as they move to 2-0. And they will hit the road next week to take on the New York Giants. Meanwhile, for the Panthers, they'll fall to 1-1. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home